Well, hi all. Shall we get started? Yeah. So we have fully completed the lesson, and it's our second day that we are discussing the past papers to ensure that you can answer those questions to ensure our knowledge level, which is matched with the questions which they have tested in the examinations. Right. Well, so with that, I think we fully completed 20 paper, and so just to share my content. Yes, guys. So can I just know from your end to which extent that we completed? Yeah. Is that something we are starting from 2019 part 2 up to this one? Have we completed? Can I get a response from you at least? Yes, Chatsupama, Anila. And guys, I think from the next week, I will ask everyone to be on video, right? If you are not, uh, we did it. Okay, so which one we need to start? Which year? 2018. Is that from this question number 11? Okay, right. I believe that you have completed, and shall I get the answers to the question number 11 and 12, please? Question number 11 and 12. And I asked you to send me the answers as well in a PDF format. Right, so seems like none of you have shared. I believe for the future lessons that you will send me the answers. Right, question number 11 and 12. At 5. Five and 2, yes. What about Anila? Answer for the question number 11 and 12 from 2018 A-level. Shatuba, please double check your answer for the question number 12. Please double check that. Well, question number 11 from 2018-11. Column X shows different types of money and column Y shows certain examples relating to them in the following table. So you have electronic money to the near money to the currency to the bank money. Those are the types of money, right? Question number 11. Well, I think what you can easily pick is something like notes and coins. Yeah. So notes and coins is a currency money, which also known as fiat money. Another word fiat money or currency money or legal money, where C for 4 should be there. So then you can just delete, or you cannot delete, right? So you can just remove the answers which is not containing C for 4. So in that case, this is something C for 3. Right? And this is something C for 2. Well, and then a bank money. So guys, the bank money is all about the demand deposit or the usage of checks, or we would say that's the usage of checks or the current account. So I will go with D for 3. So D for 3 should be there. So in that case, yeah, so then the answer should be third one or the fifth one. So then electronic money. So that is definitely the credit card. So A5. So in that case, yes, A for 5. And B1, near money, which is a treasury bill, where it will not function as a, the function of exchange of goods and services, but a way of storing the value. And C4 and D3 and E2, commodity money, which is a gold, right? Material money, commodity money. Yes. Well, question number 12. What do you think? Question number 12. Can I have the correct option number, please? You know, these are kind of a tricky questions because why? You cannot do any guessing, so you cannot match like the question number 11. Yes, so we'll see. Following are certain benefits and facilities available in a commercial bank. Able to receive interest, able to deposit checks, able to make payments. So like that, they are giving us some benefits and facilities. From the above, the number of benefits and facilities that can be obtained by a savings account holder. Savings account holder. Now, guys, now this is the important part, right? Because මේ ප්‍රශ්නේදී ඔයාට අර answers අයින් කර යන්න බෑ. Right? දැන් අපි D4 D එකට 4 එන්න නැත්නම් ඒක අයින් කරලා එහෙම යන්න බෑ. මොකද they are asking exactly the number of benefits. So in that manner, we have to, get the exact benefits. හරි. මම මෙහෙම කිව්වොත් able to receive interest. Yes, that is something for savings account because there will be a percentage. But remember the fact that when it comes to demand deposits, you do not earn any interest, right? Rather than earning interest, there will be charging interest because of the overdraft. The bank will be charging you an interest, not paying you, right? So, but when it comes to savings account, there's a savings account interest rate, right? Which is quite less than the fixed deposits. So A, we can consider able to deposit checks. Okay, my questions goes to Anila. Anila, what do you think? Can you deposit checks in a savings account? Guys, I want you to speak. I want you to interact. Chatupama, is that possible for you to deposit checks in a savings account? Yes, of course, right? Because why, guys, now imagine I'm being the employer. You guys are the employees. So when I issue checks, so if it does not allow for you to deposit, then everyone need to open current accounts, which is not going to work for you, right, as an employee. So there's no barrier for that. You can deposit checks, but you cannot issue checks because you don't receive a checkbook, right? But instead, you can deposit any checks. And my other question, can you, now you know that the current accounts is maintained only in commercial banks. So my question, can you deposit a check in a licensed specialized bank? Can you deposit a check in a licensed specialized bank? Yes, there's no barrier for that, right? Because in a licensed specialized bank also you'll be having savings account, so you can deposit, no issue. Well, so one of a benefit. So B also an applicable one. And C, able to make payments through standing orders. Yes, that is also possible. Able to obtain credit cards. Yeah, you can obtain, but it doesn't, yeah, able to obtain. Yes. But yeah, but it just, I mean, like, just because you have a savings account, it does not mean that you can get it, but you should be like, you're like eligible. And I'm wondering the fact, and it does not like, it's not compulsory, right, for you to have a savings account. Then I will not take that answer. Able to obtain credit cards, because it's not required for you to have a savings account. Savings account එකක් තියෙන්නම අවශ්‍ය නැහැනේ. නේද? ඒ නිසා තිබුණත් ගන්න පුළුවන්, තිබ්බ නැතත් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ නිසා I don't think that we can consider this. And able to get overdraft? No, you cannot get overdraft. We just answered 20, 20, and 90. Okay, thank you. Right. So then, yes, there are only 3 benefits. You have to go with the option number 3. Right? Option number 3. Well, then you have some fill in the blanks. Yes, did we? Okay, 2020 and 29. Right. Can I have the answer for the blank 1 and the blank A and okay, so the blank 1 and blank 2? What do you think? Blank 1 and blank 2. That's too hard to think. Okay. Well, so licensed commercial banks they can do something with money, but they cannot, what do you think? At least for the blank 2, what do you think? They cannot, can they issue money? Can they issue money? How the money issue කරන්නේ? Central bank එක නේද? The licensed commercial banks වලට පුළුවන් ද money issue කරන්න බෑ. Money issue කරන්න පුළුවන් එකම තැන කවුද? Central Bank of Sri Lanka. Yes. Right? එහෙනම් අපිට පුළුවන් නේද දෙවෙනි blank එක fill කරන්න? මොනවාද දෙවෙනි blank එක? Money but cannot issue money. Cannot issue money. Right? Then the blank 1 is they can create money. Create money. Right. Now my question. in your economics, have you started your lesson, money creation in economics, right? Have you heard about the concept called money creation? Yes or no? Money creation. Samadhi, are you doing economics? Guys, next week, be prepared, right? So you guys have to be on videos next week or from next week onwards, right? Hari. Yes, in economics, have you heard a topic called money creation? I'm going to explain. What is money creation? What do you mean by money creation? Hari, me bala. දැන් මම පොඩි ස්ටෝරි එකක් කියනවා මම මේ පැහැදිලි කරපු දෙයක් right දැන් හිතන්න this is a balance sheet when it come to a commercial bank right අපි හිතමු Bank of Ceylon balance sheet එක right balance sheet correct right now my question is හරි මම ඔයාගෙන් දැන් සරල ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහනවා දැන් ඔයාගේ යාළුවෙක් ඔයාලට දෙනවා 50000 හරි ටැග් එකක් නෙමෙයි තියාගන්න. එයා කියනවා එයා ළඟ තිබුණොත් වියදම් වෙයි. right just will you keep it for me? මම වෙන මේක චුට්ටක් තියාගන්න පොඩි කාලයක් කියලා ඔයාලට 50000 දෙනවා. Now can you consider that as an asset to you? Can you consider that as an asset to you? No, right? බැහැ. මොකද ඒක ඔයාලට liability එකක්. යාළුවා අහපු වෙලාවේ ඒක දෙන්න අවශ්‍යයි. එයා එහෙනම් තව සතියකින් ඇහුවොත් අරක ගන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒකෙන් කොටසක් right 25000 20000 and then having someone's money with you it's a responsibility, it's a liability. So same thing when you deposit money in a bank account, it's not an asset for them. It's a liability, it's a responsibility. So then when someone deposits money in bank, the liability increases, right? So for example, we can mention here, liability increases, let's say 100,000. I just take 100 rupees. So someone deposits 100 rupees. So the liability increases, right? But at the same time, now for a bank, what comes as assets? Now imagine that you gave, right now the second scenario, you gave 20,000 to a friend from your own money. Then that's an asset for you because why? You have given that money. So likewise, when bank issue loans, those are assets. From the business point of view, loan is a liability, but from the bank's point of view, the given loans and advances are an asset to the bank. Now imagine out of this 100 rupees, you know that in the lesson number 3, we discussed statutory reserve requirements or the SRR require reserves you know to keep. Water may 100 rupees ma lend karanna ba. You cannot lend this order 100 rupees because why? If this depositor come and ask, or he or she wants to withdraw part of this money, you should be able to provide. So now let's assume the fact that the reserve rate is 10%. Reserve rate, දැන් අපි මේ කතා කරපු lesson එක අපි ආයෙ මතක් කරලා lesson number 3. හරි එහෙනම් මෙතනින් 10% තියාගන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ කීයක්ද? රුපියල් 10ක් bank එක තියාගෙන the maximum amount the bank can lend is 90 rupees. Now this 10 is an asset for them because why? It's a reserves. And this 90 also an asset loan because you gave this loan to customers. So the loans given to customers is an asset. So now you can see the balance sheet is tallying. Now we can say that bank created 90 rupees, a money creation. ඒ කියන්නේ අර තිබුණ මුදලින්ම ඔයාලට පේනවනේ ඒ 100න් ඒගොල්ලෝ තව රුපියල් 90ක මුදලක් මැව්වා. money creation කියලා අපි කියනවා. In 100 rupees. So the commercial banks keep creation money. They cannot issue new money. They cannot issue new money, but they can create money. So now what happened? Now this person, may 90,000 loan එක ලැබෙන කෙනා ඒක use කරලා check එකක් issue කරනවා වෙන කෙනෙක්ට. එයා ඒක ගිහිල්ලා HNB bank එකේ deposit කරනවා. මොකද වෙන්නේ එහෙනම් 90. bank එකට ඒක responsible එකක් 90. හැබැයි ඒ 90 වලින් තව 10% තියාගෙන right 10% කියන්නේ 9 සහ 81 HNB bank එක තව කෙනෙක්ට lend කරනවා. Now you can see that නේද? එහෙනම් මේ රුපියල් 100න් ඒගොල්ලෝ bank එක create කරා මෙතන 90 right? And then you can see the fact that again another 81 rupees. So the licensed commercial banks keep creating money. So if you want to take this one, please have a note. This is not something a business studies lesson. This is an economic lesson, but I explained this in lesson number 3. Lesson number 3, monetary policy tools. Changing the reserve requirements. I told you the impact to the money supply when you change the reserve requirements. Correct? Guys, if you want to have a quick note, I'll give them 1 minute. So then coming back to the past paper, which has been tested in 2018, that has to be licensed commercial banks can create money, but cannot issue money. Well, so complete that, and here coming back to this thing. So remember the fact that licensed commercial banks can create money, but they cannot issue money. So this is a continuous process. guys. Now, the person who get this loan facility from HNB, maybe he deposits in another bank. So likewise, this will keep continuing. Well, so with that, I hope you are clear with that stuff. Coming back to the rest of the questions. 44, write 4 facilities available to make the e-payment easy. Yes, we know for a fact that, guys, right? Even though now imagine things like this. Now, ඔයා trip එකක් යනවා දුර පළාතකට. නේද? ඔයාලඟ cash උත් නැහැ ඔයාලඟ තියෙන ඔක්කොම cards වලින් තමයි වැඩ ටික කරන්නේ. හරිද? එතකොට නේද? කිලෝමීටර් ගානකට ATM එකක් හොයාගන්න නැහැ. ඔයාගේ phone එකේ signals උත් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. shops වල පළාත තියෙන ඔයා යනවා තැඹිලි ගෙඩියක් බොන්න. Can you pay in Sri Lanka, right? Can you pay using the card? Can you pay using the card? No, right? So then for you to use electronic payments, what facilities ටික තියෙන්න ඕනේ නේ. ATM තියෙන්න ඕනේ, CDM machines තියෙන්න ඕනේ, deposits කරන්න. ඒ වගේ POS machines තියෙන්න ඕනේ, right? Online banking facility තියෙන්න අවශ්‍යයි. අයව තිබ්බොත් තමයි electronic payment. නැත්නම් just a piece of it's just a plastic card. නේද? right. ඔයාගේ bank එකේ account එක ඔච්චර සල්ලි තිබුණත් ඔයාට ATM එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒ card facility එක නැත්නම් ඒ අදාළ shop එකේ you no longer able to ඔයාට ඒ card එක දීලා ගෙදර එන්න බෑනේ නේද? right. So then you need to have those facilities. Right, so we talk about so many facilities. If you refer the TUTE, you can find. I'm just sharing just a couple of so will loan amount finish finally? Yes. A loan amount එන්න finish වෙනවා. Again, economics වල in detail කතා කරයි money creation. I think economics වල තියෙනවා නේද money කියලා lesson එකක්. එතනදී ඒ process එක ගැන කොහොමද money creation එක ගැන a detailed explanation. But at this point, just we know that licensed commercial banks keep creating money. Well, moving to the next question. Write 4 points that should be concerned when writing a check. Yes, there are a set of stuff that you need to make sure that you consider when you are writing a check. Right. Well, correct. What sort of things? Can you just sign that checkbook එක ලැබුණ ගමන් ලේසිනේ අර අපි ආසයිනේ sign කරන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඔය මොනාරි පොතක් කොලයක් දැක්කෝ sign කරනවා නේද හරි එහෙනම් checkbook එක ලැබුණ ගමන් ඔක්කොම signs ටික දාගෙන යනවා no so never put a signature on a blank check. That's something. Use a one language amount එක සිංහලෙන් ලියනවා නම ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ලියනවා ඒ විදිහට බෑ one language. Right? And correct signature according to the signature you given to the bank. මොකද when you open your application, right? Once you open the application, ඒවාට එතනදී signature එකක් දෙනවනේ application එකේ. අන්න ඒ signature තමයි හැමදෙස්සෙම දානවා. සමහරවිට අපිට එක එක signature තියෙනවානේ. සිංහලෙන් sign කරන, ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් sign කරන, short sign එක කියලා කියයි. the full sign එක. ඉතින් ඒ විදිහට එහෙම බෑ. You need to have that signature. Correct? Right. So that has to be specified what you have provided when you are applying and what is in your application form. And මොන හරි mistake එකක් වුණා කියලා check එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අයින් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Right? Just try to struck off by one line. Right? And then correct the mistake and again put your full signature. වැරද්දක් වුණොත් තනි ඉරෙන් කපලා ආපහු එතනම ඔයාගේ full signature එක තියන්න වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම counterfoil එක. You have to properly fill the counterfoil because that is the source document. End of the day you will have it because once you shoot the check, you only have the counterfoil. Then you can track, okay, I issued this check number to this person for this reason and the date, all the stuff. Correct? Right. So let me just share some of the content. ඉතින් මේවා straight forward questions. දීලා තියෙන දේ ඒ විදිහටම අහන question. ඔයාලට අමුතෙන් හිතන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. And also this is something a good point. Do not keep unnecessary space when writing a value in the number of words. Space තියන්න එපා. මොකද space වලින් සමහරට නේද දේවල් change කරන්න පුළුවන්. ලොකු space තිබුණාද. And also ඔයාලට date එක නේද correctly date එක දාන්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් check එක reject වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒක future dated check එකක් වෙනවා. Well, so I believe that that's fine. Well, so the next one, 2018, moving to the part two. Financial companies provides a variety of services for the development of business. Describe four services provided by a financial company. නේද මොනවාද එනම් මේ financial company කියන්නේ license financial companies LFC that belongs to the category of LFC. So in that case, what we can see is the companies like LB Finance, Valuable Finance, those stuff. And even there are some financial companies who earns profits more than licensed commercial banks. So in that term, guys, actually they do provide almost all the services provided by licensed commercial bank, but except current account facilities. But other than that, all the services, even like leasing facilities, loan facilities, the plenty of services provided by, I believe you remember that we, I showed you by going to one of licensed financial companies website and show you the services that they do provide. Well, so with that question, you have to describe, right? Not just enough that you write, because it will give you 4 marks. So write the point and just write a small description. You can tell the fact that leasing facilities. So if you want to take a leasing facility, you can go to a licensed financial company, right? You can even get the loan facilities and also the time deposits. They also do in the underwriting of shares, fund transfers, not found transfer, fund transfer, right? So these stuff you can tell. Well, yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, so all the services that you can take, even from the financial companies. Well, so let's move to the next question. The advantages and disadvantages of electronic money. ඉතින් මේක අපි ගොඩක් කතා කරපු topic එකක්, right? So there are advantages and disadvantages as well, right? Now something like I would say you can go with paperless, something like you can use for international transaction, right? It's very accurate, and it will give you a convenience for you. This balance එකක් හොයන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. ඕනම amount එකක් ලේසියෙන්ම pay කරන්න අපි තුමු දැන් shop එකට ගිහලා අපි like 8,385, so you have to get like 5,000 note, then 3,000 notes likewise, but you can just pay from the card, and then you will have a record of all the transaction, because at the end of the day when you receive your credit card statement or your bank statement, so every transaction the details are there, so it's easy to use for your record purposes. Well, yes, so and also you'll be eligible for some sort of discount sometime, right? Discounts for credit cards, debit cards, things like that. But at the same time, because in any concept, guys, where we see advantages and disadvantages, හැම දෙයකම වාසි අවාසි කියන එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම දෙකම තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අවාසි සමහරට ඒක not available, so not the facilities not being available, right? Could be some system errors, the system downtime, and maybe some errors could happen, right? Things like that. Well, so let's first focus on the advantages part of it, and then we can move to the disadvantages. Low cost in transaction. It's not transaction, it has to be transaction. Safety, no risk in money in transport. දැන් ඔයාගේ අතින් කාඩ් එකක් නැති වුණොත් හරි ඒක ඔයාලා ඉක්මනට cancel කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් ඔයාගේ අතින් cash නැති වුණොත් you cannot cancel the notes, right? Yeah, so 24-hour basis, you can use anytime, no barriers, convenience, can get various benefits like discount, and can use for international transaction, those stuff. And for some products, you can do like installment basis, especially for the credit cards. Well, so moving to the disadvantages. Again, set of disadvantages. Interest, and there will be late payment, there will be like annual fee for a credit cards, yes. So interest and late fee, annual fees. annual membership fee, right? And fraud activities could happen, and it leads to unnecessary consumption. That's a good point, right? Because when you have a credit card, believe me, I don't recommend, right, to use credit cards. Because why? Then unnecessary consumption. Some අපි යනවා supermarket එකකට නැත්නම් මොනාරි වැඩකට එළියට යන හැබැයි සමහර අපි හිතපු නැති අපි plan කරපුවත් නැති දෙයක් තමයි අපි අරගෙන ඉන්නේ. ඒ වගේ unnecessary, it will lead to unnecessary consumption. අයියෝ මේක පස්සේ settle කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. card එකනේ use කරන්නේ. So things like that. හැබැයි ඔයාගේ when you're using actual currency or maybe savings, අතොර හිතනවා නෑ මේක මේ වෙලාවේ this is unnecessary expense, this is unnecessary cost, right? ඉතින් ඒ වගේ ඔයාගේ consumption pattern එකට මේක influence එක. මොකද අර අපි ගොඩක් අපි force වෙනවා discount එකක් දකිනවා. මේ card එකට අද මේ discount එක තියෙනවා, right? So 25% off for pizzas today. එහෙනම් අද pizza කම කියලා ගන්නවා. Something like that. So can be delayed due to technical problems and can't use by all the customer due to inability to use technology and limitations of opportunities, e-cash transactions, and limitations of infrastructures that also you can mention, because not every time those facilities are not available. Yeah, so that's about it, the disadvantage. And we have one more question from 2018 paper, which is asking about the checks. Well, so with that, let's move to the last question from 2018. Now they're asking your knowledge in terms of crossing a not negotiable check. Well, what do you think? Crossing not negotiable does not provide any specific advantage to the drawer. Do you agree with this idea? Do you agree with this idea? Yeah. What do you think? Yes or no? Yes, the answer is no, because you cannot agree. Because why? Crossing not negotiable does provide some specific advantages to the drover. Why? Because it will tell the fact that it doesn't mean that the pay cannot transfer. Not negotiable කෙනකින් කියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ ලබන payට දැන් මම ඔයාට check එකක් දෙනවා. මම ලියන not negotiable කියලා. Right? So let's say I give to Chatupama and Chatupama give to Anila. ඒකෙන් කියන්නේ Chatupamaට අනිලට මේ check එක දෙන්න බෑ කියලා. You can still transfer the check, but it gives a kind of a warning. එහෙනම් අනිල බලන්න ඕනේ Chatupamaට මේ check එක ඇත්තටම legitimate විදිහට ලැබුණේ කියලා. පැහැදිලිද? එහෙනම් ඒ විදිහට. ඊට පස්සේ අනිල මේ check එක දෙනවා සමාධිට. right? අන්න එතනදී සමාධි බලන්න ඕනේ අනිලට මේ check එක ලැබුණේ නීති අනුකූල විදිහට. එහෙම නැත්නම් එයා මේ check එක පාරේ ඇඳගත්ත check එකක් දුවාට දුන්නේ කියන එක බලන්න. So the person who get the check need to verify the previous ownership of the check, right? So then it will limit the it will not restrict the transfer, but it will give the for a better title. Correct. So can we write this answer? Let me show what is from the, but that is just for 0.5 marks. Well, so moving to the next one, 2017 A-level. Well, can I have the answers for question number 10, 11, and 12, please? Question number 10, 11, and 12. Guys, so please do engage, cooperate. Well, question number 10, from the following, the type of financial institution that cannot accept deposits. Guys, I'm waiting for an answer. And I'm waiting, chat. Yes. Anila, what is the answer? Question number 10. Yes, now we are discussing the past papers because we have completed the lesson. So you should be able to answer. So that's why here to check your knowledge, to see whether you have come to that level, right? So if you cannot answer this question, which means if you haven't joined for the session, so you haven't referred, or the knowledge gap, right? Question number 10, right? Samadhi, what's the answer? 2017 A level. Question number 10. Third one. So are you telling for the question number 10, the correct answer is the third option? No, that's so. So can't licensed specialized bank accept deposits? No? Licensed specialized banks වලට deposits accept කරන්න බැරිද එතකොට? අනිල? Third one. Now both you are saying answer is third one. Now guys, now this is a serious case, right? Right. So you guys are joining for the past paper session, and this is a very basic type question. License specialized banks වලට accept deposits accept කරන්න බැරි නම් ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද savings accounts fixed deposits maintain කරන්නේ? License specialized banks වල current account හැර අනිත් ඔක්කොම accounts types තියෙනවා. Savings accounts, fixed deposits. So now if you're saying they cannot accept deposit, right? Because the answer is the third one. So then how, I don't know. It's a really basic question. Huh? The banks can accept license, commercial bank can accept deposit, license specialized bank can accept deposits. Regional development banks can accept deposits. Licensed financial companies can accept deposits. Then who cannot accept? Unit trust. Unit trust, you will be purchasing units from the unit trust. You do not deposit money there. You invest there. Deposit here, that's a separate meaning, right? Or unit trust invest karana. You are purchasing units. It's not a money deposit. Question number 10, correct answer number 1. Right, can I have the answers for question number 11, please? Question number 11. Yeah, I can still give some time. From the following, how many types of institution comes under the direct supervision of Central Bank of Sri Lanka? Huh? The direct supervision, right? Direct supervision. Not just one, එකක් නෙමෙයි ඊට වඩා තියෙනවා මෙතන. Right? So can you just recheck? So guys, licensed commercial banks under the direct supervision, licensed financial companies under the direct supervision, and also licensed specialized bank, cooperative rural bank with the cooperative development department, thrift and credit cooperative societies also not comes under direct. So there are three types of institution with the direct supervision: licensed commercial banks, licensed specialized bank, and licensed financial companies. Right, question number 12. What do you think, guys? The in a credit card ne අපි මේ ගැන කතා කරලා බලන්න ටියුට් එකෙත් මේ ගැන තියෙනවා. බලන්න ඔයගේ පරණ කාඩ් එකක් අරගෙන මොනවාද කාඩ් එකේ front side එකේ තියෙන මොනවාද ඒකේ reverse side එකේ තියෙන්නේ කියලා. What do you think? Right? Now the first one, ඒක කියනවා logo of the credit card. Right? මේ බැලුවොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම logo එක තියෙන්නේ front side එකේ. හරිද? එහෙනම් A එනවා. Card number එක, yes, card number you can see, right? Card number එක front side. Magnetic tape එක, magnetic tape ඒක magnetic tape එකක් තියෙනවා front side එකේ නෑ. magnetic tape මේ තියෙන්නේ magnetic tape, this black color tape, so that's in the reverse. එහෙනම් C තියෙන answers වට අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. example එකක් විදිහට answer number 3, answer number 4 වට අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Name of the card owner, card owner බලන්න. card owner අනිවාර්යෙන්ම මෙතන වල පේනවා නම තියෙනවා, right? එහෙනම් ඒක front side එකේ. ඊට පස්සේ hotline numbers front side එක ගහන්න නැහැ. hotline numbers තියෙන ඔක්කොම උනාරි card එක ගැන විස්තර දැනගන්න ඒක reverse side or the back side. expire date එක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම front side එකේ along with the credit card number උතර පල්ලෙහාන් තියෙන බලන්න expire date එක. Signature tape sign කරන්න නැහැනේ card එක ඉස්සරහා මේ තියෙන signature එක. Right. මොනවද එහෙනම් ඔයාලට ගන්න පුළුවන් options? Right. එහෙනම් A එන්න අවශ්‍යයි. B එන්න අවශ්‍යයි. C එන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලට මේ ඔක්කොම answer sign කරන්න පුළුවන්. D එනවා. E එන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙනම් A, B, D, F, right? Which is the option number 2, right? So guys, the rest of the questions, please ensure you have the tute, work on those and send me the answers that I have repeatedly saying. I'm making repeatedly කියන දෙයක් answers ටික දාන්න. එතකොට තමයි මට බලන්න පුළුවන් මේ කොහොමද correctly අරගෙන තියෙන සම මොනවද ඔයා දාලා තියෙන correct answers. එතකොට ඒක මට explain කරද්දිත් ලේසි. ඉතින් මට තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් ඔයා තේරුම් ගෙන තියෙන මෙන්න මේ විදිහට ඒකයි මේ වගේ වැරදි උත්තරයක් අරන් තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Right? For the next session, I believe that prior to the next session, you send me the answers. Just take the photos or ලියලා photos ගාලා ඒක PDF එකට convert කරලා එවන්න. Right? You know how to convert to a PDF, right? Photos ගාලා ඔයාට පුළුවන් app එකකින් මේක PDF එකට convert කරලා මට එවන්න. එතකොට මට පුළුවන් discussion එකේදී ඒක screen එකේ share කරලා ඔයාගේ වැරදි අඩුපාඩු ටික පෙන්නලා දෙන්න. I believe that you'll work on that. Otherwise, we have to take some, serious actions, because otherwise you just are participating and not up to that standard, which is the past paper level. We have to be above that standard, right? So at least we have to minimum target that. Well, guys, so thank you for joining with that. I'm kind of winding up the session today. And yeah,